So as you can see, doing this is actually quite simple once you get the hang of doing it, and it is a very useful tool to have. As you can see, I'm able to flick through my other tab where I have description, which is actually the blurb that I started out with when I had the idea to write this novel. Then story and notes, so I just have a little notes about things that I want to happen or a little bit of background context for me to add in at a future point. And then obviously I have character profiles, and then it's the Lynch family, which is Andrea, his sister Alessandra, and their mum. And then the Ashford family, which is the best friend and the guy that Andrea cannot stand. And then another character who is kind of a love interest, but yeah. We'll see what happens with that as I keep writing. So we have a close-up of my laptop because unfortunately screen recording is not working, and that is totally fine. So you can see this is the mood board for Andrea with the dark brown and the teal hair. This photo shows the length of her hair, and it shows the curls of it. This is some of the tattoos she has, her general sense of style, her skin tone, lips, her eye colour, and some books that she likes, like the genre she's into, which is myth, legends, and history, ancient history, and all that sort of stuff. And ADHD is missed in women because it looks different, which completely fair. And obviously we have the car that she had in this book, and I love that. The reason why this is included is because everyone always jokes that I have undiagnosed ADHD, and I thought it would be interesting to write a character that had some very undertones of ADHD that everyone is aware of, but nothing was ever done for it. And this is why she's rationalizing a lot of things that happened in the book, because she's like, I'm doing this, I'm forgetting, like, and all this stuff. So it is definitely an interesting play on it. I do love the outfits. Like I said, sort of an self-insert, but not fully. Like, she's just kind of, like, I would never wear any of these outfits. I wish I had the confidence, like, to wear some of these, like, especially that and that. That seems a bit closer to what I wear, and that was what I used to wear. And obviously, not fully confident enough to wear this. And obviously, I tried to do this with my hair, but it turned out more green, then went a bit grey, and I did blue, and now I'm just fled. So, what I am going to do, because I want to do a mood board for, I don't know if I want to do it for another family, the Garcias, that come up quite a bit in this book, or the grandmother, so I know what I'm describing. But you will go through the process of me creating a mood board for one of these characters, and I hope you enjoy it and find it informative. And newsflash, this is me going through it in real time. I have not done any of this yet, and it is not a brand new character, an existing character, but a brand new mood board. With another moment of my laptop, close up cam. Hopefully you guys are appreciating this. Yes, I do use Opera. Not sponsored, I just like using it. I find it very helpful. So, the Lynch family is where we're going to go, and then when you do this, you want to hit that 3 dots, and then you want to add a stop tab, and then what you want to do is rename it to whatever your character is. So, give me 2 seconds while I do that. Lynch, and then it will come up nicely like that. So then what I'm going to do, and I might share a time lapse of this, is just me going through Pinterest and finding photos that I feel describes and speaks to what Alice was like when she was alive and what she's like in death, and then I will show you how I put it all in here. So, first things first, what I am going to do is create, and it's going to be a new board, and it is just going to say Alice Hazel Lynch. Make this board secret because why not? Create. Simple as that. Save some pins. Obviously this is a person that is no longer with us, so I'm going to be including photos of her throughout different stages of her life and her now in death. So enjoy the time lapse as I attempt to find some really cool photos that I think describes her. The only thing I will be reusing from one of the other vision boards or mood boards is Andrea's eyes, because it is stated throughout the novel that she looks the most like her grandmother. So that'll be an interesting play on that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to download all of the photos that are on here, or I'm going to go through very quickly and pick out some of the best ones that I think best represent the character. Obviously, I'll keep the bigger vision board on Pinterest, but I'll have a mini mood board. Oh, gee puppy. Whoops. I'll keep the bigger mood board here, and then I will have the mini mood board on the dock. That way I can just flick between the two. Basically this is the very big broad picture, where the one on Google Docs is going to be very much more so like smaller picture and overall things. So that's where I look for broad picture things, and then if I want to look at like very specific things or things about her, I'll look at my notes and this Pinterest board. So can I have the eyes in here? Oh, download. And yeah, I'm just gonna go through and download a bunch of things. I'll show you what I've downloaded, and then we will go through how to make a mood board on Google Docs. Okay, so we're back on Google Docs. I'm going to click on the one that says Alice. And then basically what we're doing is inserting images and upload from computer. Don't wait for me to So what I am going to attempt to do is just get a whole bunch of them here, that way I can do it all at once. This is one of the benefits of having Opera, is being able to do this. And then I can just insert, upload from computer. I think I did that one. I'm gonna click all of these. That way they're all there. Okay, so it's several pages long at the moment. We will obviously go through and fix that. So the first page is this. So what we do is we're just gonna go to tools. So right click, hold down on it, and then it will come up with more action. That is so strange. Image option, and then basically text wrap. We're just gonna put front of, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that back. Recommend for color, position. Okay, so that means we're able to move it around, and we can change the size. I'm gonna bring this one up a bit. I'll just leave that one here. And then that one again, image option, and then we're gonna go with text wrapping in front of text. So then that means that we can just keep doing this until we have worked through all the images, and it will come up a little something like this. And then it's just all about making it like a little collage and doing things like this. So then next. It's a bit of a process, but once you get used to doing it, it makes it so much easier. And it's just such a simple thing to be able to do. That's why I always add in all the photos at once, because if you don't, then it becomes very awkward. Nothing sits right, and then all the images become moved, whereas if they're like this to begin with, it's all about just making it add up and fit in properly, rather than trying to like move 20 things at the same time. You just worry about the image that is on the top, like layered forward rather than behind. I do love that ring. And then you just line it up here. You can make certain images bigger or smaller based on where you want them to sit. So I'm going to make this one a bit smaller, pop that one next to it, make that a bit smaller so I can hopefully fit in an image there. And yeah, I will turn this off, and then I will do like a time lapse, and you can see what it looks like when I'm done. and found it informative, and keep your eyes out for the short where I share using the Pinterest to make the mood board for both the novel and for Andrea. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Bye.